My name is Kinyanjui, and I started my career in ActionAid way back in 1991 with ActionAid Kenya. I joined as an engineer. One of the things that I'm very proud of over the 8 years that I worked for ActionAid Kenya was to see how lives were being transformed through some of the projects that I was part of, or I was part of designing and implementing. Particularly some of the water projects way back in places like Kibwezi, some places like the northern part in Isiolo, and other parts of Kenya where access to water has always been very difficult, particularly for women. And just to see how life, particularly for women, has been transformed, where women are now having a bit more time to do other things rather than walk 10, 15 kilometers one way to fetch water. Encouraged me and continued to motivate me to make a contribution, although through employment, to make lives better. And that's what shaped my motivation for continuing to work for ActionAid, because we're motivated by what we see, the transformation of people's lives, particularly women and children, through the various projects and programs that we implemented. I think given what we're seeing in the world today with the economic and financial crisis, the myriad of problems that are facing not only in countries in the global south now, but also countries in the north, and the fact that resource flows are no longer coming from the north to the south, and given also that we in Kenya, and particularly in Africa, we have enough resources. We rich countries, not poor countries. I believe that we have the resources. If you look at the bulging middle class in Kenya, there is opportunity for us. And I think it's not just opportunity, but I think there's obligation for us who are now call ourselves middle class to be able to contribute to our own development, because it's about the poverty which we've lived with is about poverty that affects our people, and we can only do our best to alleviate that poverty and actually eradicate it through our contributions to it, not just as workers but also making some financial contribution. And that's what made me decide to support ActionAid Kenya's long-term development by enrolling as a long-term supporter and contributor financially. And I'm very proud to be doing that, because it's about my people, it's about Kenya. And my appeal to everyone else, including all my colleagues who has been part of ActionAid Kenya, is actually, let's come and do it. Let's give back. ActionAid Kenya has contributed to what we are today. And I think we can only do our best by giving back to that. And I can assure you that given what I understand about ActionAid's accountability systems, that whatever it is that you contribute, whatever amount you contribute, you can be assured that it will be accounted for. And at the same time, you will be able to see the lasting change that will happen on the communities that we work with. So join me in being a long-term supporter of ActionAid, and together we can do it. Thank you very much.